Let's get started. Good morning.
Morning.
I'd like to call to order the Guthrie Public Schools Board of Education special meeting for Wednesday, August 29th, 2018. Roll call, please.
Watts.
Present.
Smedley.
Present.
Pearson.
Here.
Pennington. Bennett Johnson.
Here.
Davis.
Present.
Salee. Madam President, we have a quorum.
Would you please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As we begin our meeting this morning, I'd like everyone to join us for a pause of silence. Thank you. Okay, agenda item number 6, recommendation, consideration, and action upon agreement with the City of Guthrie for school resource officers for 2018-2019.
In your packet, pages 4 through 7, this agreement is for the most part very similar. We cleaned up a little bit of the language. We did adjust the dollar amount. It was previously at $32,000 per officer. It's now gone to $36,000 per officer. And that is for 2 officers. The City of Guthrie will continue to provide an additional 3rd officer. We have been in discussion with them as well as Logan County Sheriff's Office on the possibility of adding others. That will come at a later date. We're still working out how that would be staffed. But I've met with Chief Swager and with Sheriff Devereaux, and then also with our city manager about those possibilities and what that might look like. We're working on a schedule with the city. Since this involves schools that are inside the city limits, we could amend this agreement or just do it as contract, and we're probably looking at doing this as a separate contract, similar to how we did security at the high school at one time during my first year, I believe, as superintendent before we bumped up the SRO program. So this agreement with the City of Guthrie, again, very similar and to what we've done in the past, and recommend approval.
I make a motion we approve the agreement with the City of Guthrie for school resource officers for 2018-2019.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item number 7, recommendation, consideration, and action upon agreement with the Board of County Commissioners of Logan County for school resource officer provided by Logan County Sheriff's Office for 2018-2019.
So pages 8 through 15 of your packet, this is a new contract that we're adding because of Charter Oak Elementary. This is with Logan County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Devereaux and I have been in discussion about this for quite a while, and got this recently. This will, with your approval, this will also go to the county commissioner, Board of County Commissioners meeting on August 31st for their approval as well. A little bit different agreement in the sense because they have a different attorney, but still essentially the same services. And the SRO that will be at Charter Oak, I've already met with him, and he has actually been in meetings with our SROs that are at our schools in town as well. And so they're trying to have a coordinated effort with all of that. And I might mention too that the Sheriff's Office is also branched out to Mulhall and Coyle with SROs that they are working with those school districts, and so they've had sort of a county-wide SRO meeting to talk about things and trying to coordinate efforts as well. Feel really good about where we are with this as we progress. Want to as I said earlier, we want to enhance this. But what we're doing right now, I think, is a big step toward that. And so if you have any questions, be free, be glad to answer them if I can, and recommend approval.
I move that we accept the agreement with the Board of County Commissioners of Logan County for School Resource Officer provided by Logan County Sheriff's Office for 2018-2019.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just so now, where will our resource officers actually be located?
Presently, we'll have one at Charter Oak, and then we'll have one that is at Guess, one that is at the high school, and one that's at the junior high. There is an assignment to one of the other elementaries that they partner with of the ones that are in town. So they tend to make an appearance there at least once a day to walk through. The idea is that we will try to enhance that as staffing allows this year, so that maybe they're not paired with another school, and we have potentially an officer at each site. And we're working. That's our ultimate goal, to do that. We've worked out the funding for that, and we found that we're going to make room for that in the budget, and so that's our ultimate goal.
Okay. Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item number 8, recommendation, consideration, and action upon revision to district policy F7, contagious and life-threatening disease policy.
On page 16 of your packet, this is a red line change that's recommended by our attorneys. There's been some change in federal law, and so as we went through and reviewed this policy, we made, and this was reviewed also by our school nurse, Ms. Walters, I believe, reviewed this as well, and this is where we landed on recommendation for change in policy.
Have a motion?
I make a motion we approve the revision to District Policy F7 regarding contagious and life-threatening disease policy.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item number 9, discussion and possible action to rescind district policy F14 for the nursing services.
Last spring, when the Department of Health came to us and said that they were going to have to no longer provide nursing services for a community health nurse, we employed a school nurse. And so with review of our policies, we have this one and F15 that were both in there that referred back to the Logan County Health Department. Those are no longer relevant because we have our own in-house nurse now. So recommend rescinding policy F14 and agenda item 10, policy F15.
Can we do them both?
They're separate items.
Okay.
so we'll probably-
I make a motion we rescind the District Policy F14 regarding nursing services.
Discussion? Roll call, please. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item number 10, discussion and possible action to rescind district policy F15, nursing services.
And I think I've already pretty well explained this, so just recommend that we rescind this policy as well.
I make a motion we rescind District Policy F15 regarding nursing services regulation.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item number 11, recommendation and consideration and action upon revision to district policy E41A, social media.
This is a complete rework of this policy. It was, as Mr. Moyer and I reviewed this, it was one of those things where we really kind of need to start over with the policy. and things in social media change so rapidly that if you're 3 years, if it's 3 years old, you're way behind. And so felt like this was the best option. I will mention one other item here, and it's, Mr. Moyer does not believe that we need to create a new policy for staff. This policy refers to staff, but one of the things in our policy manual that we're going to make a change on is we're going to label a policy for social media for staff and refer to this policy. It pertains to staff, but it's located in the student section. And so we want to clear that up. We do that with some other policies, and so we want to clear that up so that the staff fully understands if they want to see the social media policy, it refers to E41A instead of duplicating it. And we have 2 or 3 other policies that do that. We didn't do that with the social media policy, and so clearing that up is something that we want to try and do in the policy manual. So you will see another line item in the staff section for social media, but it's going to refer strictly to this policy. So, and it was his opinion that we did not need to take this as a new policy. We're just revising the old one anyway, and we're just clearing up that referral to this policy.
Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we accept the revision of the district policy E41A, social media.
Second?
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes?
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item number 12, recommendation, consideration, and action upon agreement with Blue Cloud Staffing to provide speech-language pathology services for 2018-2019.
This is another one of the services we're required to provide that we always look for in-house staffing, and if that is not available, then we still have to provide those services, so we look for a contract agency, and we're in a position where we need to contract with this agency to provide the services for our students.
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we approve the agreement with Blue Cloud Staffing to provide speech-language pathology services for 2018-2019.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes?
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Okay. We do not need 13, correct?
Yeah, I think you should have to read it.
Okay.
Good, sorry.
I was trying to get out of it. Agenda item number 13, proposed executive session for the purpose of discussing employment of personnel, FMLA requests, resignation, separation from employment, and transfer of position requests, all as set out on the personnel reports, teacher negotiations for 2018, 2019, and extra duty assignments as listed for 2018, 2019. Disclosure of which information would violate the confidentiality requirements of state and/or federal law, all pursuant to 25 Oklahoma Statute, Section 307B, 1, 2, and 7.
Madam President, I think we can handle this in open session,
Okay?
if that's okay.
Do I need to do anything for open? Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Agenda item number 14, vote on action as set out on the personnel reports.
Personnel report is listed on page 29. These are the last-minute things to get school started that we always bring at this meeting.
I make a motion, we approve the personnel reports.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes?
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item number 15, recommendation, consideration, and action upon negotiated agreement between the Guthrie Association of Classroom Teachers and the Guthrie Board of Education for 2018-2019.
Negotiated agreement was ratified by the GACT yesterday in their meeting, and so recommend approval by the board. It was ratified as presented.
Good.
I make a motion, we approve the negotiated agreement between the Guthrie Association of Classroom Teachers and the Guthrie Board of Education for 2018-2019.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes?
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Agenda item number 16, action upon recommendation of extra duty assignments as listed for 2018-2019.
This is some of our last-minute assignments to get people on for duties that we need to have covered. It's listed on page 30. Recommend approval.
I make a motion, we approve the extra duty assignments as listed for 2018-2019.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes?
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Madam President, I move we adjourn.
Thank you. Roll call, please. Oh, second. Gotta wait.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Watts.
Yes?
Smedley.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Bennett Johnson.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Okay.